Hi, I'm Whitley. My pronouns are she, her. Welcome to Inclusive Conversations, part of our Black History Month series. Today I'm joined by Ashley Barkley. Hi, Ashley. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. So, Ashley, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Ashley Schultz Barkley, and my pronouns are she and her. Well, I'm originally from Virginia in Atlanta. I got here originally when I joined the Air Force. I was 18 years old. I moved here and it just became like a second home. When I initially left the military, I went back home to Atlanta and it just didn't feel right. So I came on back and I've been here ever since, and that's been a collective of 13 years. So you could say I'm well accustomed, and right now, I started a business with my wife. It's called Rocky Mountain Balloons. And we started that in October of 2019. We started that from actually planning our wedding. And I begged for our reception to have balloons. I was like, please, babe, can we please have balloons? And she was like, all right. So the night before, why did we wait till the night before? I don't know. We set up till 6 a.m. We blew up 200 balloons by mouth. Why didn't we ask if why did we look to see if there was an air inflator? I don't know. We didn't find out till after. But we just grew from there, and it's been an amazing journey here.
So, Ashley, you are a Black queer business owner in Idaho. Can you kind of talk about some of the challenges you face with that, and also some of the things that inspire you and bring you joy and just motivate you to keep going?
As a Black queer woman, I feel like there's no one here like me. So it's been difficult, but it's something I've become accustomed to. The truth of the matter is there's really not an LGBT presence, a big one here. And if there is one, it's not really recognized. So I think it's a gift and a curse. So once I come into those spaces, I try to make that experience one-to-one, the people that I do meet, and make it a good one. Because 9 times out of 10, they have not met anyone who looks like me. I think the things that inspire me in general, through business and just living in Boise
Sure.
in general, is to be a beacon of light. I find in my experience of being here over my 13 years, that it's been tough. There's no one I can look to have that camaraderie and kind of have a support system, so to speak. But it also taught me and enabled me to grow and to be independent. So no matter what space I'm in, I can be me, and that's why I'm here. I believe in God, And so he definitely put me here and in this place at this time to show people, what I'm about. We recently had an experience where some of our work was highlighted by another vendor friend of ours, and we were highlighted as a part of her business. They showed our work, but yet they showed a heterosexual white couple. They showed our work, but didn't show us, and we actually took a whole photo shoot, and it kind of hit us the wrong way, because it was why show these models when we had a beautiful photo shoot with our work with the same vendor?
Absolutely.
They highlighted our work, but did not highlight us. And it made us feel okay, are we not good enough for this community? But yet, despite that, we're here, we're in it for our hearts. We continue to do Rocky Mountain Balloons because we love the memories and the experiences we're able to give other people, and for them to thrive on, the core that we create. They love it, we love it. Oftentimes, these are items that you see in LA, New York. You don't really see that in a small town like this.
Sure.
So there's been situations where we show up to a customer's home for installation, and they look straight to my white wife and they talk to her as almost disregarding to the fact that I'm an owner too. It's co-owned.
Sure.
And so things like that just kind of, I can gear it towards a negative avenue, or I can take it and make it a positive one.
Sure.
As far as just persevering and keep, let them see my face, let them see our space, our creations, and let them know I'm doing it. I'm not gonna hide. I think a lot of people hide behind their partners, the silent partners. And, I honestly thought about doing that. I mean, we have a home, we have a life to take care of, and monetarily, that could work. Our competitor, she's white, and she has a big following, as we don't, and we have our work is just as good as hers. And so, all that being said is, we're doing this, we're gonna be here, and I can't wait to meet everyone and let them see my face.
Awesome. If there was one thing you could tell folks about Black life in Idaho, what would it be?
I think the one thing I could say about Black life in Idaho is there is a support system. Visually, it's hard to see because we're not always able to come together. I think just recently, this past year, there's been opportunities more than just Soul Food Festival, and it's been really nice to have these picnics and these parades and these meetups. Things like that are bringing people out, diversity in general, not just, Black life, but we're able to see what other cities have as far as diversity. And it's really nice to see a neighbor that looks like you.
Yeah, it's amazing. I totally agree with that. So what does Black history mean to you? When you hear somebody say Black history, what does that mean?
Me personally, Black history means to me just kind of like looking back at my family. I think it was a few years, maybe 3 years ago, I actually looked, and all my family derived from Virginia in North Carolina. So it's just kind of funny how I was actually born in Virginia, and all my relatives are basically in the DC, Virginia, and North Carolina, Atlanta area, and so just looking back and seeing it came from slavery. They were there. And then looking at my grandmother, just kind of fast forwarding, just knowing that in the 60s, she was a naval nurse and my grandfather was a Navy officer. It just kind of gets to me that I don't know how they went through what they went through. In such a tough time. And how are they still here today? I give it all to them. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But it was just such a tough time, and just this past year has been so tough. And in moments I felt like I just fall apart. They're still here, and they're living their best life. And I have to give them that praise because they're still here, and they endured basically what we've endured in the last year during the Trump era.
Yeah, our ancestors' lives they're great because our lives are so much better because of what they endured, and now they get to live like we do. And so, even though we have a long ways to go, I totally get what you're saying. It's they finally get to live the kind of life that we've kind of always known.
And maybe something they never even dreamed they would see. Sure. We still have a long way, but we should definitely celebrate those moments. And I think Black History Month should be about that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that story with us. That was so amazing. And I think people really need to hear why it's important to us and why that history matters so much. So that was beautiful that you shared that with us. Ashley, to close, can you just tell us a little bit more about Rocky Mountain Balloons, how the community can support you and any of the needs you have, and just what the future looks like for you?
Right now, we are actually we're offering elopement packages. We're doing more than just balloons. That was just the start, the tip of the iceberg. We do event planning, weddings, just for your simple birthday decor. We offer products from balloon arrangements. Everything's customizable, so you can put your loved one's name on them. We do holograms. I think it's important to know we usually do a Black History promotion where we offer a discounted price or a new item. We're offering these they're awesome. They're giant mosaic balloon cards. So they're about 20 by 30 giant cards, and they have different mosaics of balloons that pop out of them. So if you like your old school pop-up books, it's like a pop-up Valentine's Day card.
Tell us a little bit more about your community involvement with Rocky Mountain Balloons.
We have a program that's geared towards the community in which we offer discounted rates for events and items that cater to teachers, education, and the military.
Yeah, that's amazing. So we remember working with you for our Joys of Revolution event, and that was awesome. We got a discount, and it was wonderful to work with you guys, and we were just so happy that we found you.
That was
So
a good time. That was a
it was
really
a great
good time.
time.
Hopefully, y'all will do that again.
We'll
But,
try when COVID's over.
Yeah, that thing.
So Ashley, how do we find you?
You can find us online at RockyMountainBalloons.com or Instagram, Rocky Mountain Balloons, or Pinterest. If you have ideas or inspo, send us you can send it over and we can create pretty much anything. And we have a shop in downtown Meridian at 132 East Idaho Avenue. So come check us out. We got you.
Ashley, thanks so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you taking the time. It means so much to us, and we can't wait to share your story with the community. Thank you for joining us for Inclusive Conversations today. Be sure to check out the rest of the videos in our Black History Month series.